Guys are here at WrestleBash 2. I'm here with Aubrey Edwards, AEW Super Referee.
Hello.
How are you?
Super Referee.
Super Referee.
Super Referee. I've evolved. I'm the next level Pokemon.
Yeah. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. This has been super fun. Lots of people coming by. There's some people I get to see sometimes. I'm on the East Coast. Get to see my friends from other companies. It's just been a really, really good day.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And there's so much that goes on in AEW. And I feel like a lot of people always know you from like your facial reactions during matches and whatnot. And what's like the facial selection when there's a big move? Like if someone hits a suplex, is it like, or like, or like, like how do you pick a face for a big move?
There's no real science to it.
Okay.
It's essentially like, I'm a fan as much as everyone else is. I enjoy what's happening. So my reactions are always authentic.
Yeah.
It's what's happening in the moment. While also understanding that refereeing is very similar to what the wrestlers are doing. We're all telling a story, right? Yeah. The way I react to a headlock at the very beginning of the match is not going to be the way I react to a falsie 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to kind of scale from there. So it's a combination of where are we at in the story? How long is this match? What actually just happened?
True. So if there's like a new champion, what's like how do you like usually react to something like that?
It's completely different. Like there's instances where it's like, is it a long-term story? Is it a like when Thunder Rosa won the title in San Antonio in the cage? Like Paul was the ref for that. He got knocked out, rolled under the ring. I had to come in.
Yeah.
So there's this completely separate set of emotions than you get when something like Tony Storm winning from Jamie Hayter. So it's completely different. Everything is unique and interesting, which is why I love wrestling.
Yeah.
Like you can't recreate any moment. It only exists in that moment.
And you also had a wrestling match. I was there for it. It was in DC. It was a great. You're undefeated in AEW. That's amazing.
Undefeated.
You're retiring?
Oh,
No more wrestling?
Dude, that hurt.
I mean, I'm sure I trained once and it hurt. That's why I don't do that anymore. How was it like being in the ring?
It was terrible. It was terrifying. like I stand behind people and yell numbers, and now I have a chance to get punched in the face. Like, no. I'm gonna get paid to yell numbers at people and have career longevity and not have to worry about like waking up the next day and not being able to move at all.
And you also get to talk to all your favorite wrestlers too from AEW on Unrestricted.
I do.
With Will Washington. How does it feel like to be able to have that personal connection with like every single wrestler in AEW?
It's really awesome, and like I'm reminded of one of the interviews we did recently with Roddy. Like I've known Roddy for a long time, and I'm really good friends with Marina. So like I hear about Roddy, I hear about their son Troy all the time, and like being able to actually sit down and have a conversation and talk about like the Falls Count Anywhere match. Like I literally still have scars on my arm from the plants in Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then he like had a bloody ear from a plastic trash can. So it's just one of those like weird instances where there's this moment where we experience together that we get to share with other people. That the best episodes of Unrestricted are always the ones that just feel like conversations between friends. And that's one of the things I've really loved about hosting a podcast, is it's given me this platform to kind of just allow other fans to see how great our wrestlers are as people.
That's amazing. And like I guess like the first time people got to see you in wrestling, you were just a fan. It was during Daniel Bryan segment on Monday Night Raw. Can we talk about that? Like you were crying. It was very emotional. I understand.
Yes.
Like run me through the story.
So I've always been a big Bryan Danielson fan. He was. I started watching wrestling right around the CM Punk pipe bomb, and that was when Bryan was doing his ascension to WrestleMania 30. Right? He's local. He's from Aberdeen, Washington. I'm from Seattle, so it's kind of like this is our local hero. Like not a lot of guys come out of the Pacific Northwest. Now we've got Darby, we've got me, we've got Swerve, we've got Nick Wayne, we've got a couple of people coming up. But it's like back then it was Bryan, and that was it. So he was our guy. And I had no idea he was retiring. I remember being at a Mexican restaurant. I might be a couple margaritas in. And I read this tweet, and I am just heartbroken, right? And a lot of people think that, like, maybe I got those tickets because, like, I know people, like, I was not in wrestling. I paid a lot of money for those seats. And I am crying, and it was pure, authentic emotion. I saw the light on the camera go on, and I went, oh, no. Oh no, it's happening. Oh God, and I just started bawling. But like it's real emotion.
Yeah.
That's what wrestling is, and that's why wrestling is great, is you get to experience real emotion. And like all of us felt it that day. We saw Bryan, he wasn't expecting to retire that quickly. It was all very sudden. He's in his hometown arena. It was just so magical. And I'm so happy he's back.
Amazing. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're still at WrestleBash anyway with Aubrey Edwards. And my last question for you is, let's talk about like, Mount Rushmore referees. Where are you on that? Because you definitely are on that.
I don't think I'm on that yet, but I hope to be there someday.
You should be. Do you have like a Mount Rushmore referees?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Earl. He's over there.
He is over there.
My name before I was Aubrey Edwards was Girl Hebner. So Earl and I go way back. I love Tommy Young. He's who I studied a lot when I was younger. And, I mean, there's just so many. Like, Tim White was great. The women in WWE are killing it. Jessica Carr, Daphne, like, they're both fantastic. Allie at Impact is a student of mine. So it's like, it's hard for me to pick. Like,
that's fair.
If you want me to narrow it down to 4, it's like, here, let me tell you why all of them are awesome.
That's amazing.
So my Mount Rushmore is the whole mountainside. Like, I'm sorry. That's my non-answer.
That's a great answer, actually.
Right?
Aubrey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Where can I find you on social media if not already following you?
At Ref Aubrey. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram.
On Twitter? It's X.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
You can read my posts on the internet.
On the internet?
X./Ref Aubrey.
Ref Aubrey. Thank you so much, Aubrey.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Muscle Memory, my name is Malcolm. This is Aubrey Edwards, and we're out.
Going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.